I don't know what this one's going to be about now, because literally it's taken me well over an hour to get to this stage, and I've been faffing about, messing about with my lights that much that I don't even want to make this video. I have been just, oh, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I'm still not happy with how this looks. And I really wanted to make a video today, all right? It's now 10 to 5 and I started this just after, wow, can't be. It's an hour and a half to get here. No way. Yeah, I had no plans of what this were going to be about. Just setting up. I've changed a few things, but I can't change the light balance, the ISO. I can't work out how to change the ISO on my gimbal or my app or whatever. I can just change whether it's auto, sunny, incandescent, blah blah blah, but not the ISO. So, and I know it changes. The automatic thing changes. I want to match the ISO to my lighting, because I think sometimes if I'm a bit further away, I don't know if I've been too close to the camera, I don't know if the light's too close to me, don't know if I've managed to buy some really cheap pillowcases and bedding, fitted sheet, sorry, I didn't think them. And I think that's helped slightly, but I'm not 100%, I'm still not happy with it all. So I was full of beans, I was really wanting to make this video, and now it's just like, after an hour and a half of, you don't see it. I'm sat up on my worktop here in my garage. I have to be in this corner here because that's just how it is. I can't move anywhere else. I can't really put camera anywhere else. I definitely think these lights are just a bit too close. I'd like my fill light a bit further over there. We can't do that because there's a brick wall there. I can't put the main light back because there's all my shelving behind it. So I'm a bit stuck, and it's really annoying. I'm going to work out how to change ISO, and I think that might help. I'm going to go back to reading my ideas, because I thought that were good last time. But see, I'm right fed up now. I'm not in the mood. Just messing about. I want to get these videos done. I want to make these videos. I want to make them better. I know there's something I'm missing. There's a trick I'm missing. There's got to be a way of changing the ISO on the thing, but I'm not mentioning it anymore. I'll work that out. Just think I've got greasy face and shiny face. I've wiped my face down so many times. All this for making videos that nobody is watching. I'm just wondering about myself. Anyway, I want to set my dartboard up in my summer house. With my summer house, I'm feeling a little bit better about that. I do want to set my dartboard up. Not that I can play darts at all, but one of my missus's friends, Nun, she's lovely, and somehow she's given me a really nice dartboard a few years ago. I can't remember why now. And she even bought me some blooming new darts to go with it. She's lovely. She really is such a nice woman. So I'm going. I'll really, and I've been playing a little bit at work, or only odd little bit, because I have been working. But yeah, I'd like to set my dartboard up. I'm feeling a bit better now about building my summer house. I've still got to put it on paper and plan it out. But I went round to my mate's house last night, who's the builder, joiner, window fitter. He's brilliant. He's really good. Picked his brains a little bit. More I've watched these videos online, I'm starting to understand it a little bit more. It was puzzling me to start. Really, I couldn't work it all out, but I think I've sort of like sussed it a bit more. So I'm feeling more comfortable with that. That's made me a bit happier. But I definitely want to set a dartboard up. The eyes are getting worse. They are. I don't know if you can. Well, you probably can tell. I keep squinting when I'm looking at things and reading. Middle to far distance is not too bad. Excuse me. But for reading, my eyes are definitely getting worse. Love having a garage. I do love having this. Where we lived before, didn't have a garage, didn't have a drive. Yeah, I love having garage. It is like as my mum keeps calling it, my man cave. It is to a certain degree, but everybody's welcome. Not that anybody's. I don't discriminate. Everybody can come in here. I think we're talking about my garage. I can't remember now. I do love having a garage, and it's nice. I've done quite a lot of work in here, to be fair. It weren't like this. It weren't like, oh, great. Cheers, thanks. It weren't like this. In fact, I've done a lot of work in here. And I had to there's a door right there. That was the thing to do. We were all rotted. It had all rotted, or it was all rotting. Sorted that out. I've done all sorts. I do want to convert it into a room for my mum, a bedroom. It could be a lot easier for my mum. A lot easier. This is where getting this summer house done is important, and I feel I can't remember what they're called now. I didn't even know they were a thing. Yeah, fur rings. I was puzzling over how I'm going to put a slant on the roof. The chap that I'm getting tips off really from YouTube made the front of his summer house taller than the back, and then I forget what you call it, made his walls come up at an angle. And that's quite a lot of work, that. But my mate just says, no, you just make everything, all the four sides equal, put your roof on, and on top, put your joists on. On top of your joists, you put fur-ins, which are just basically wedges, long wedges that you can have made up. That solves that, and then you put your board on top of that. Like, wow, I've never heard of a fur-in. Looking in the comments on the YouTube video when he's doing, I think he's doing the joists, somebody does suggest putting fur-ins on. So that's just, that in itself has made me feel a little bit better. I'll be really glad when I've got the drawings done, which I'm going to have a crack at tonight. My brain doesn't act fast enough. Brain fog is a B word. It is. It drives me mad, brain fog. Fed up of it. There's nothing much I can do, really. I don't think, other than what I have been doing. Just after I live with it, it's just a pain. Doing that, not being able to get my words out, that is part of it. There's a lot to it, and to be fair, I'm quite lucky because I don't have it bad. I know there's people out there way worse than me, way worse. So I think I count myself lucky, but it is a B word. Trying not to worry about things I can't control. The only person it affects is me. How do I not do it? Worry doesn't help the situation, makes me feel rubbish. Yeah, well, this is, I don't know, these notes aren't date ordered, but this is going back into last year, now it is. And pre-moving my job, it's probably going back good 6, possibly a year, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, I'm not trying not to worry about things I can't control. That's just a good thing anyway. I was really bad for that, and I'm getting better. Actually, I am getting better at not worrying, especially about things I can't control. Yeah, not getting stressed. Trying not to get stressed. Trying not to take things on. Trying not to look into things too much. It's work. I have to work at it. I do. But I'm getting better. I don't know if I've got noise control on this mic at the moment, but I can hear the sparrows in the hedge behind me going for it big time. And I love them, but that's all they do. They don't sing. They don't do anything. They're just like a big, really big group of them. They just fly about all over the place. Love having them here. Yeah, trying not to worry about things. Sorry, I just knocked you. Oh dear. And just keep doing what I'm doing. I think it's working. To be honest, I do think it's working. I might cover that up, so that's probably a bit bright. Yeah, I have to work at it, and it's something that I have to consciously think about and tell myself off, have a word with myself, and yeah, just I do have to think about it and not worry about worrying, which just sounds daft, but it's true. It is hard, but it's doable, and I am doing it, and I definitely do feel better. I really do feel better. So yeah, just another thing I've got to try and keep doing. Getting up on stage at a pantomime was terrifying. It was. My mate did it on purpose. He does amateur dramatics and he does pantomimes. He got me singing and pretending to dig a hole, and there were kids on stage with me. I think I was the only adult that got brought up onto stage out of the audience. Couldn't see the audience as the lights was so bright, and I never realised that before. When you go into these things, when you stood up on that stage and all stage lights are on, it's pitch black behind them. You can just make slight shapes out. I mean, you do know there's an audience there. I knew there was an audience there because I'd just been sat in the audience, but you can't really see them. I'm not even sure you can see front row, but you certainly can't see the majority of the audience. He said I should try acting as my face is expressive. Told him I was too scared. I admire people who can act, and I do. And then this is helping me. No, this is definitely helping me. And he was telling me before we come at work. He used to be at work. He's retired now, and he was telling me that he was going to take me up on stage. I was like, no, Paul, don't. And I was worried about it. I couldn't really relax and enjoy the pantomime because I knew he would. Well, I didn't know. I thought he were bluffing, but he weren't. I nearly died, and I just wanted to curl up and just disappear on my seat. And he'd come and I'd sat quite a way back like that. I'd sat quite a way back in the audience, and he came and got me. And we had to do it. Was good. It was good, but I mean, my partner and my mum, my partner especially, she were in fits of laughing, just laughing her head off at me, and I didn't enjoy the experience at all. But doing this sort of. And I do admire people who can do it, and they were like, it's amateur dramatics, so they're not professionals, but they enjoy what they do. And some of there were a couple of people, one of the lads, he were excellent. He was such a good actor, and they were all good, but one of the lads were really good. And how they pretend to be other, you do believe that these characters. Well, I do at least, and I do admire that. Acting is something probably I would deep down maybe like to do, but I'm just too scared to do it. But I didn't think I'd do this. So maybe I possibly could act one day. I don't know. It's doing this is definitely. Oh, sorry, I've got to watch my hands. Doing this has definitely brought me out of my shell a little bit and enabled me to not be quite as self-conscious. Whether that would transition towards being able to go up on a stage, even when we were doing watching the pantomimes, possibly 100 people, maybe 150 people in the audience. That's a lot of people to be in front of, and you know there's 150 pairs of eyes watching you. This is different because it's just a camera. There's nobody here in this room with me. I don't know. And he was very good. My mate was very good. I loved watching him on stage. It made it even better that he was on the stage somebody I knew was on the stage, is what I'm trying to say. It made it really good. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, why do we still call these videos? No idea. Watching a video creator, and he's an American lad, and he makes some excellent videos, and I need to watch more of him, really. And he said when he was first making videos, I mean, when you look at his videos now, they're so smooth and good, and he's just excellent. Lighting's perfect, and everything. They just look good. He sounds good. He talks about good things, and he threw some B-roll in of him doing his first few videos. And he was talking at 100 mile an hour, and he said something, an American phrase, I don't know what it was, funny. And he basically said his videos at the beginning were rubbish. And I've lost my train of thought. Waffling. Don't know where I've gone with that. Why do we call them videos? Oh, that's so annoying. That is so annoying. I don't know where I was going with that. Nope, it's gone. I'll look back when I'm editing this and think, "Nige, you idiot, I might even cut that bit out." Got to pull my finger out. Lots of jobs to do, plus filming them. Get a GoPro to film outside. Well, I've done that. I haven't done that. I've got an action camera. Get my jobs done as well as filming. Going to be busy. Yeah, no, we're going to be busy. I have got lots of stuff to do, but I'm looking forward to doing it. I'm hoping that I can get the vast majority of the woodwork done within 2 weeks, and I'm a bit worried. I'm not counting the base, and I'm certainly not counting digging trench for the cable. But yeah, that's putting the cable in. There's a lot of work involved with that. Would I like to win the lottery? Expletive, yeah. Exclamation mark. Would I worry about friends and family? No. Would help my family out and my close friends. Don't see many people now. Moved out of Sheffield 9 years ago. It's 9 and a bit now. Since then, I haven't seen many people like I used to. Well, that was a nice thing about going round to my mates last night. I just don't see him. I don't see any of my mates like I used to, because I live in a different town now. Even though it borders Sheffield, I just don't see them, and they don't come out to visit me. Oh, boo! But yeah, it was nice to go and see my mate yesterday, and like I think I said in the previous video, talking to my other mate, my best mate. It was good, and there's only really 2 lads that I speak to, 2 of my mates that I speak to on speak to one who went round, Steve, who went round to see him last night. I speak to him quite a bit, but I've not seen pair of them for a long time. We all used to be really close. We've sort of like, they still live in Sheffield, but they don't live anywhere near each other. And it's, yeah, I just need to make an effort to see them more, I think. Blood sports. Why do people take part? I've been fishing but it didn't. I have been fishing years and years and years ago. Just didn't sit right with me. I felt guilty. Certainly felt guilty about the fish, and to be fair, and people all laugh at this, I felt guilty about the maggot. And why not? Why putting a bloody hook through its bum or whatever, one end of it, and then chucking it in water? It's horrible. Bullfighting, dog fighting, and lots of animal fighting. It's horrible. Why do people take pleasure in seeing innocent animals feel pain? It's beyond me. It is beyond me. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. It's probably one of the reasons why. Well, why I turned vegan in the first place, because I saw a couple of videos on Facebook of young kids. One were a young lad and one were a young girl, and possibly Eric's 3.5 now, so they're older than him, but not much older than him. And they both knew it was wrong to eat animals. And it really made me think, if a little kid, and at the time I was 40, I think I just turned 40, and I'm a grown man. If a child, 2 children that I'm watching know that it's wrong to eat animals, what am I doing? And it wasn't just those 2 of you, but they got me thinking really about it. And I've always called myself an animal lover. I've been brought up with animals. I've had animals throughout my life. Cats, dogs, all sorts. Gerbils, rats, fish, budgie. I don't know if we've had hamsters, but I don't know. But yeah, and I like animals, like being around animals. And I always used to call myself an animal lover. And then it sort of like, dawned on me that I call myself an animal lover, but I would eat certain types of animals and never even give it, and drink the milk and whatnot, and never really give it a second thought. And I realised I was a hypocrite. And then once I'd made that connection and realised it, within a matter of weeks I became vegan. And when I first started, I just thought it was all about eating. I thought veganism was about eating and not eating any animals or anything to do with animals. And it's not. There's a lot more to it. It's about not exploiting animals and having animals be exploited for me. And blood sports are just a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. I just don't understand why humans like doing that. And I've known, he's not with us anymore, he's died, but a mate, not a close mate at all, but I knew him, went out drinking more than once. We used to badger bait, and that's awful. And I didn't really realise it at the time but I got told about it. And I didn't know, he did stop doing it, but I just didn't know how I felt about him, if I'm being honest. It just, when I found out that he'd done that, I just like, wow. And to talk to him and be around him, I never knew. And it was only when I was told that I knew. And So I should imagine there's lots of other people that I know that do it, and I certainly got mates who fish. So I've got some good mates that fish, and I do argue with them that it's a blood sport, and they know that, but they enjoy doing it, and yeah, it's a funny one. I just wish it would not be a thing. I think there is a creator. Things don't work out how you expect. There's always something that goes wrong. It's like something is having a laugh at your expense, or is that me? Yeah, there's quite a lot in that. I think there is a creator. Well, I do think there's a creator. In some sense, it's hard, that one. It's hard, and you can go well philosophical on it, I suppose, if you want. And I'm not clever enough to probably answer this question properly, but I do think that there's something that's out there, a higher being that does everything. I do. Crikey, it's hard. It's really hard to get this down. And bloody sparrows aren't helping me either. Oops, sorry for swearing. Yeah, where do I stand on it? I do think sometimes things do work out, funnily enough. You know, something you might not get a job, and you're right disappointed with it, and you think, wow, why couldn't I have got that job? And then further down the line, another opportunity comes up, and you to get another job, and you get that job, and then you end up really enjoying that job, for example. And that's happened to me. It's definitely happened to me. I know you can just say it's coincidence, maybe it is. But sometimes my mum always says that things happen for a reason. You might not be apparent at the time, and to be fair to my mum, she's pretty right about that. It's excuse me, it's things have worked out. Things do take the time, and you've got to work at things. But I do. Going back to what we were talking about in the last video about ghosts and Ouija board and stuff, doing Ouija board, wow, that made me think about things in such a different way. And that's coming up to, it's not far off 40 years ago that we're doing it. And wow, whatever that is that you're talking to, I don't know, but it can read your mind, and it can read everybody else's mind, and I'm pretty sure it can read the people's minds that are around the board and are not touching the glass. That is even weirder. That opened my eyes. So I know there's loads to this world that we are so unaware of, because we can't see it, we can't touch it, can't smell it, can't taste it, but it's there. Now, creator, I suppose I like to think that there's a creator. It's a bit of comfort, maybe. Maybe it makes me feel better that there is something. I don't know. I'm not religious per se, and I'm certainly not an atheist. Yeah, I'm not an atheist. Possibly an agnostic. Yeah, that's a hard one. That I might leave there. People not washing their hands when going to the public or work toilets. Yeah, disgusting. Disgusting. Eric, disgusting. Yeah. That's a pet hate of mine. It's horrible when people do it. It's from last year, these, definitely. Are electric cars the new BMW and Mercedes? Why do they tend to be rubbish drivers? I'm not generalising, I'm sorry if you're an electric car driver. Accelerate really quickly, then drive slowly. Yeah, that, I don't get that. Fly off start and then they dawdle. I'd have put usually in the wrong lane. I don't know. I drive a BMW, so I do realise before I drove it, the BMW drivers. Now I am a BMW driver and I probably do drive like a silly person sometimes. Let's get rid of that one. Oh yeah, cyclists wearing all black in the rain. This was going back to winter, start of last winter. And I used to be a cyclist, but my bike got nicked, so I'm not a cyclist anymore. But I used to ride from here to Sheffield, which was a 30-mile round trip. My mum got me a load of flashing lights, and mum were really good with it. And I wore fluorescent tops. I had a fluorescent cover for my backpack. I think we were wearing fluorescent trousers, all with reflective stuff on, so you could clearly see me. But beginning of last winter, cyclists going around when I'm going into work at time 6:30 in the morning. It's pitch black, and they have one tiny little red light on back that just flashes, and that's what they're relying on to keep people from running straight into the back of them. And they are virtually invisible. It's frightening. People say dreams mean stuff. I'm not sure. Seems to me to be like clairvoyance. They can almost say what they want. Yeah, I used to listen to a podcast, The Unexplained, by Howard Hughes. And he's passed away, unfortunately. Brilliant, proper. I didn't realise how good he were. So missed listening to his podcasts. He was fantastic. And he'd have The Unexplained, and you can still watch it. I completely recommend watching it. I can find him, The Unexplained, with Howard Hughes, but not the Howard Hughes. And he used to have loads of people on, people talking about dreams and clairvoyance and stuff. It's their opinion, and they just talk about it as though it were fact, and it's not. It's just an opinion. And it goes, that's also with clairvoyance, and he went through a phase of going through different clairvoyance, and he was quite spiritual, psychic possibly as well. And he saw some really rubbish psychics, but he said he saw one or two that were really good. I don't know what dreams mean, if they mean anything at all. I mean, I try to write them down every morning. I try and remember my dreams, because I would like to be able to, I think it's called lucid dreaming. I'd like to be able to lucid dream, which is control my dreams. But I don't know how you do that. But I've been writing my dreams down for the past 2 or 3 years. The only problem with it is I never read it, so I don't really know what. It's another one of these things that I do. It's like I keep a diary, never read that. But yeah, do they mean stuff? I don't know. That's what I was talking about earlier when I was saying about that lad who was making videos. The American lad was really good, and he was talking 10 to a dozen. He was talking really fast in his early videos, and oh god, oh I forgot it. I forgot it. Oh, it's come back to me and it's gone. Oh, that's so annoying. Came back, just talking about it. Just talking about it, and it had gone. Yeah, I'll say it before I forget again, third time. He took, and I keep doing this. I forget what he says when he's looking back at editing his videos, that he says certain words or certain phrases over and over and over again, and I keep doing that, and I keep saying I don't know, and I've noticed I say that a lot, and I'm self-conscious now about saying it, but yeah, I don't think I say many of the words a lot of, but I do know I say I don't know a lot, which I don't know. I get it. I said it then, didn't I? I do say I don't know a lot, but if I don't know, I don't know, do I? I'm not gonna bull people. I don't like to do it. I don't like, if I don't know something, I'll just admit to it. And I know lots of people don't do that because they think it makes them look stupid, and possibly it does. But I like to ask questions, and if I don't know something, it's no shame in it, is there? You can't know everything, and I know people, especially at work, who won't admit that they don't know something, and then act like they've always known it. And I know I've found that out about people, because I've known they've not known something, and then they've found out about it in front of me, and then just carried on as though they've always known it. And I'm like, oh, right, you do that, do you? That's not me. If I don't know something, I will put my hand up. I always used to tell Fern when she was going to college, if you don't know something and in class and you feel embarrassed, just do it. Just ask, because more than not, there'll be somebody else in the class that doesn't know. And you're all there to learn, aren't you? That was the thing of going to college or school or university, whatever. But some people just don't like to do that because it does. I think they think it makes them look stupid. Hey ho. What do dreams mean? Do they mean anything? I have dreams. I thought we were in it then. I have dreams where it's me, but I am someone different and don't recognise them. Write my dreams down. Want to lucid dream. Is this possible? Oh, I've got loads left. But I'm going to finish on this one because I think it's a nice one to finish on, actually. Goodness knows where we are with time on this. This is like 40 minutes into Aunt Mom's brilliant. That used to be Port Fascio. Aunt Mom's ain't milk brilliant, but Aunt Mom's brilliant. Explain how lucky I am to have my mom. Well, I am. I'm unbelievably lucky to have the mom that I've got, and I'm so grateful to her. And I can never thank her enough, and I can never repay her for the things that she's done, and the sacrifices that she's made, and the stuff that she's taught me, and the person that she's brought me up to be. The things that she's done for me over the years, and I do especially appreciate it knowing my mum's brought me up on her own. So even when my mum and dad were together, my dad were not here much because he owned a coach company and was out driving coaches. And so my mum, and certainly when he left us, my mum brought me up on my own, and it must have been hard. I have no idea. I just never even. I had a brilliant upbringing. My mum was just amazing. We went on holidays. I just don't know how my mum did it. Never went hungry. Always had food on the table. Clothes on my bike. Yeah, they weren't the best, and they weren't the most expensive. But my mum didn't have any money. Not a lot of money. She worked really hard. And so I'm so lucky to have my mum, and I definitely know there's people out there who aren't anywhere near as lucky as me to have a brilliant mum. In general, I think mums are brilliant, and I look at our Fernies with Eric, and she's a brilliant mum. She's ever so good with him, and just think being a mum's a really important job, and it makes such a difference. My mum's made such a difference with me, such a difference to me. Just yeah, it's just I'm really grateful, and I love her to bits, and I don't say it enough. I really don't, and I should do. And that's when she interrupted earlier, right at the beginning of this vid. She's coming so I can get stuff out to make tea. She's making this. I love it. It's like potatoes, onions, vegan ham, and cheese sauce and cheese sprinkled on top in a dish, put in oven, and it's beautiful. Mum's making that now, so once I finish this video, I'm gonna jump in the shower and get that. That's why I don't mind helping my mum out now if I can, and I can't pay my mum back, for everything that she's done for me. Money won't cover it. And the things that she's taught me, just everything, just so lucky to have my mum as my mum. And I hope that you've got a nice mum. I really do. And if you haven't, I'm sorry. It can't be easy, that. And that's why I think I know I'm grateful. I'm massively grateful for having her in my life. Right, that's it. I think I'm not gonna. I've got quite a few other bits to go through. I don't know. I'm not really looking now. No, if it's, well, it must be 40 minutes long again. Good at this rambling. Not so good at the lighting side of it and everything else, but I can ramble, can't I? All right, till the next one.